What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Hey, man, this is your boy Demetrius with the PPP Panthers Prime Podcast. Make sure I got good audio going on real quick for you guys. Make sure we got good audio. There's something different I'm trying right now. Let's see. All right, cool. We good. It worked right. Doing a little bit of research on, how to make this podcast a whole lot better. Hey, Marshall, what's going on? What's going on with you? All right, let's see here. Elizabeth, what's going on with you? Hey, man, I'm excited about the game. As I should be. I'm a Panther fan, you know what I mean? So, hopefully the boys, they come through and they do their thing today, man. And, we're going to discuss a couple things. Let me remove myself from the stream from that part right there. Still working out some stuff, trying to get it right, you know what I mean? But, we're going to get it there, man. So, the title, what we're talking about today is, can the Carolina Panthers defense beat Chicago? All right? Can they beat Chicago? That's the focal point for this game for me. I don't think our offense matriculates within the next, from last game to this game so drastically that we lean on the offense. I believe that this is going to be a defensive game. I believe that our defense has to come out and, put up some numbers. And what I mean by that is we got to get some scores on defense. if we want to have any opportunity to possibly beat Chicago, okay? So I'm gonna pause this real quick. There we go. So what I'm looking at is a Chicago team that's very, very stingy, that likes to hold the ball a long time. All right. In the 3 games that this dude Badgett has played, he's almost had the same amount of time of possession as the other teams. Okay. If not just a little bit more. And it's important. Omar Tillman, better question. Does Bryce only score points? Hey, listen, hard to do that with no pass rush. Hey, we gonna get to that point, Elizabeth, and that's what I'm saying. If you guys have noticed over the past couple of weeks, past 2 weeks, the Panthers have been going crazy on defense for some reason. Even though our defense has been pretty okay for the most part, it's just been our offense that hasn't been able to, withstand and hold up to whichever team is on offense at the time. I mean, on defense. So when I sat back and looked at it on yesterday, I said, well, the only way for Carolina to really make an impact in this game is if we get some short yardage, flip the field in favor for Bryce. And I think I talked about that on Monday when I was heading into work. We have to be able to create short yardage for Bryce. Bryce is only able to get about 35, 40 yards on offense, man. And the majority of the time, if you really look at it, we've only gotten to maybe like the 35, 40-yard line. I mean, we've been deep into our end zone every time we've gotten the ball, especially in that last game against Indianapolis. I mean, we stayed in our end zone. So knowing that and knowing how effective Bryce Young can be, within that short yardage that he's given, we have to be able to have short yardage for him. The defense has to be able to flip the ball over for us. We have to win the turnover battle. If we get Bryce in better field position, 30 to 40 yards is the difference between us getting a field goal and possibly getting a touchdown or getting nothing at all. Okay? I believe the defense has to come out swinging this game. They have to be real aggressive. They have to crowd the throwing lanes. They have to get inside Badgett's face. He's the type of player where he's very elusive. He'll run the ball. He's quick. He's like how Gardner Minshew was last week, only a little bit better in my opinion. I'm going to be honest with you. I watched that Las Vegas Raiders game that he played in. And granted, that was the first time that he's played, and also granted, that was Josh McDaniels as the head coach. But he ran the ball pretty good. He ran the ball pretty good on the LA Chargers. He ran the ball pretty good on the New Orleans Saints last week in New Orleans. Granted that they did lose those 2 games against the Chargers and the New Orleans Saints, but we saw the type of player that Badgett is, and what he wants to do. He's a running quarterback, very elusive, has a great arm too, man. I'm going to be honest with you. He was singing some passes to Darnell Mooney and DJ Moore that was like, wow, that's crazy. So, can the Carolina Panthers defense beat Chicago? I'm going to outline what I've been seeing, and we're going to come together and, and see if it can be done. Okay? So, let's pull up Badgett's numbers from the past couple of games. Let's share screen. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go here. No, let's go to this one, next gen. Let's go here. All right. Let's pull it up real quick. And this is going to show you guys kind of his progression from the past couple of games. He's only played in 3 games, which the first one being the Las Vegas Raiders, and this one right here, LA Chargers, and then last week the New Orleans Saints. So the first game he put up 162 yards. Okay. As you can see, this was the game that he first came in. So there was a lot of screen passes to DJ Moore and to the running backs out of the backfield. Okay. I mean, they leaned on their special players a lot in this game, which is rightfully so. This is his first game. But as you can see, he threw no interceptions, 1 touchdown, 21 for 29, 162 yards. Okay. He did pretty good. He leaned on what he had available to him, right? That's what you do. And that's what you should do, I think teams that, try to go out there and Russell Wilson it in the Super Bowl, are the teams that end up losing. You got these guys for a reason. So this is the LA Chargers chart right here. As you can see, he still kind of stayed around that same, a lot of screens, but he started to open up the ball. They started to open up the play calling for him a little bit. He had one deep one. I think this right here was to DJ Moore. But as you can see, they spread the ball out a lot. Had 2 picks in this game. That's because of the pressure. The pressure was getting to him. I believe that was Bosa. Was it Bosa? I believe. I think it was. I got to go back and look. But it was one play on their defense, on the LA Chargers defense, that was just getting to him, causing just havoc on that right side of the line. And he ultimately threw 2 picks in this game, and didn't do too well. 2 picks, 0 touchdowns, 25 for 37, 232 yards. Okay, and then we have the game last week against the New Orleans Saints, where he threw the most picks at 3 picks, 2 touchdowns, 220 yards, 18 for 30. And you can see his picks came in middle of the field, 2 in the middle of the field, 1 off here to the right. Not too many screen passes. You can see that he started to throw the ball down the field some, and that's what I'm starting to see now too. He's starting to throw the ball down the field a lot more, getting this offensive play, a little bit more of a chance to grow, and rightfully so. He's starting to become acclimated to the system, so they're going to take the training wheels off of him. They're going to allow him to throw the ball down the field, and move the chains. So, where do I see Carolina making an impact in this game? All right, let's pull this up real quick. Let's see here. Let's pull this up. Let's take this down. Share screen. Let's stop sharing the screen. Let's go here. All right. So where do I see Carolina really making a impact at? I believe that you have to force him back inside, which is kind of like the same thing that we needed to do against Indianapolis. You force him inside because he's a threat to run out. All right. But here's the issue. I've been seeing a lot of two back play scheme with Chicago, and they like to run them out either direction, left or to the right. With DJ Moore predominantly to the right side of the field or the left side of the field, possibly for a screen play. I mean, they ran this one screen play, had to be about nine to 10 times throughout the course of 2 games, and it's an effective screenplay, man. It gets you very, very wide, kind of thin on the sides, and if Carolina isn't, you know, if the Panthers aren't really paying attention, this play right here is going to tear us up, man. All right. They love that screen pass to DJ Moore. But I think for this game here, they're going to really use Darnell Mooney. I think he'll be the top receiver for this game, only because coming into this game, of course, we traded DJ Moore to get the number 1 pick. I don't believe that he'll be the featured wide receiver in this game. I'm just being honest with you. Something just telling me that Darnell Mooney is going to go off, and he's going to try to go off in the middle of the field. All right. I think they keep DJ Moore kind of like that screen guy. I don't think there's be a lot of deep passes to DJ Moore, which is crazy, but that's just what I think. I believe that our defense is capable outside of our cornerbacks. I believe that our front line, our front three, however they want to do the front, I think they're capable of bringing pressure to Badgett. We just have to make sure that these young guys, are very, very smart with their eyes. I believe that we can handle the screen. I believe that we've seen that against the Vikings. We've seen that against the Indianapolis Colts. The screen passes that they did try to do, we was right there. Okay. So, that might be, a telling sign that, we can handle that screen package that they have. The one thing that I'm a little worried about is, of course, the run game from Chicago. The Chicago Bears have 2 dynamic running backs, one of which we know is Deontay Foreman, which is going to more than likely be the featured running back in this game. Can we stop the run in this 4-3? I mean, this 3-4. It's going to be hard, man. I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be very, very hard. We ain't got Chin. We don't got a lot of people, man, that has played with Deontay Foreman or was a teammate on his team. So, of course, you pick up tendencies because, of course, the ones goes against the ones during training, during practice and everything like that. So you kind of know what a guy's going to do when you've been training with him or practicing with him for 12 weeks, even more than that. But some of those guys aren't here. They're injured. Like our injured reserve list is growing faster than the Panthers can put up wins. I mean, it's ridiculous. But I feel like our run defense has to be on point today. All right. I know that we can stop the screen. I know we can do that. That's not an issue. The issue is stopping this run from Chicago, which I'm telling you guys, I don't think DJ Moore is going to be. I don't think DJ Moore is going to be that effective. They already know we're going to double team DJ Moore because, one, it's going to look bad at the player that you release. Just like Steve Smith. Y'all remember Steve Smith didn't really get off like that. He did. When we sent Steve Smith to the Baltimore Ravens, he didn't really get off like that, man. He had that one, it was kind of a ball that went up into the air, and he just caught it off the ricochet, off of that. But it wasn't thrown to him. He was just in the right place at the right time. So he didn't really go off on that game. But I do believe that Darnell Mooney is going to be the featured wide receiver in this game for a number of reasons. One, we're going to probably double team DJ Moore. The DJ is probably going to be on the whole entire time. And probably another person. So that's going to leave room for Darnell Mooney, who is effective, especially when playing zone. You play zone coverage on this dude, he's going to get off. Okay. So let me see what you guys are saying real quick. PPP salute. What's up, Austin? Yeah, I think they mix it up between Mooney and DJ. Yeah, I think so too. Remember, I still remember. You still remember that game? Bitch Murph, I think we got this game. Hey, man, I mean, I hope we come out with the win, I mean, I'm a Panther fan, so I'm always hoping and wishing and, anticipating a win for the Carolina Panthers. It's just what can we do that's going to make us 1% better, well, in this case, 100% better than how we played last game. Last game, we saw a 3-and-out to start the game. They punted the ball back to us our offensive line was trash. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was so mad at Bryce, but after looking at Panthers Twitter and watching the replays for myself again, because when you're in the heat of a game, your emotions are going crazy. Your fandom is right here on your shoulder, and it gets aggravating. It gets real aggravating. So of course it's, man, what is Bryce doing? This, that, the other. Man, when I watched the replays, y'all, Bryce ain't had no time. I mean, literally, Bryce had no time. I mean, it was wild. It was crazy. He had no time to get the ball off. I still don't know what kind of route Jonathan Mingo was running on that one play where he got sacked. It just seemed like it was just a wall of Colts players just coming at Bryce almost every play, man. So that's why I really don't understand why we went ahead and got Blake Martinez when we need offensive line. The Bears' offensive line is pretty good too. I'm gonna be honest with you. They're pretty good. The Bears' offensive line is pretty decent. It's just, I don't know why they've been losing games. I'm gonna be honest with you. Their offensive line has been giving Badgett a lot of time to get the ball down the field, more than what I've seen. Bryce, Bryce ability, or Bryce offensive line has been able to do for him. So, I will say this too. Their defense. Let's talk about the Bears' defense real quick before we get back to our defense. So I've noticed that the Bears' defense likes to bring 5 and 6 players on a blitz. Man, listen here. Expect that to happen today. And the way that you kill that, the way that you stop that 5-6 man blitz, you got to get the ball out quick. Slant routes. If DJ Chark wants to get active in this game, he runs slants. Adam Thielen want to get going, he attacks the middle of the field. I mean, it's just going to have to happen like that today, man, to soften up that defense a little bit. If they come like they did against New Orleans, the first quarter of that game, I mean, it was just 5-man, 6-man. They even brought a 7-man rush at one point, man, and it got to them. So, we have to be hezzy when it comes down to this game. So let's get back to our defense. All right, we don't have. I don't believe we have Brian Burns. Okay, we don't have Brian Burns. So we have to figure out how or what they're going to do for pass rush. That's going to be the key here, man. We have to do some things we ain't done this whole year, man, in order to create turnovers. Let me put this up real quick. And this is my whole thing right here. Can the defense win the turnover battle? That's the key, man. Can the defense win the turnover battle? We have to win the turnover battle in this game. If we win the turnover battle, we don't even have to be that good back in coverage. We get the turnover battle, make sure that we're real stingy. I mean, we got to be aggressive with this game. We got to get in their face. We got to try to knock balls out. The Peanut Tillman punch. We got to do everything to get the ball back in Bryce's hands. Short yardage. Punting the ball off to Bryce on the 3 and out, that's good. That's not going to help us win this game. 3 and outs. Now, we need to get takeovers, man. We need to get the ball short yardage, start Bryce off on the 40-yard line, and we got to take all the points that we can take, man, until we figure out how we're going to get Bryce some help on this offensive line. If we don't do that, and we're asking Bryce to go 80, 90 yards each and every drive, guys, good night. Good night from Chicago. It's over, man. It's over. We've only seen that happen 80, 75, 80-yard drive a couple times, man. And the majority of that was with against Houston. We're not going to see that. That's not going to happen. This offense is not set up for Bryce to do that. Okay. So I believe that's how we win this game. We win this game on the short yardage, short fields. We win the turnover battle. We get Tyson. I keep saying Tyson Badgett. We get him funneling back into the middle. Derek Brown, Frankie Louvu. It's going to be real big in this game. All right. They have to be. I mean, we got to get them hands up, blocking the balls down like we did against Indianapolis. I think Derek Brown had like 4 or 5 batted balls, if I'm not mistaken. We have to get our hands up. We have to pressure him, get him uncomfortable, get him off his spot, and really put pressure on him. Make him make a bad decision. Okay? Make him make a bad decision, and I guarantee you, the Carolina Panthers will come out winning this game, man. Let's look at some of y'all comments real quick. All right. Unc, what's going on, man? How you doing, sir? Hey, man, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hey, Marshall, what's going on? Bryce is going to give. Hey, man, I'm hoping not, man. I really hope that Bryce. I really hope that Bryce is smart with the ball. And like I said, I looked at some of those plays, man, especially Bryce is throwing the ball, and we're getting interceptions in short yardage passes. The 2 that he threw that were pick sixes were short yardage passage on the screen. And yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was short yardage passes. So we have to the key to this game, man, is getting the ball out of Bryce's hands effectively, running effective routes that, I mean, don't just run a route. Run something that's going to, that's going to hurt the defense in whatever set they're in. First down, they're playing a quarters coverage. Okay, I'm going to check to this. If they're playing some type of nickel situation or whatever, man, and they got the safeties rolling, man. Hey, you know what to do in that situation. I mean, heck, I know what to do in that situation when I'm playing Madden. Two totally different things, but I mean, I know what to do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna make a change at the line of scrimmage, man, and do something. So I want to see that. I want to see that smartness from Bryce. And I want these wide receivers to run effective routes, man. Like I said, I don't know what route that was that old boy was running, man. Jonathan Mingo. I don't know what that dude was doing, man. Let's see. That's right, man. Unk in the building, man. I appreciate the love. Bryce going to learn to throw passes away or in the dirt if not available. That's a fact, yo. He's going to have to, man. What A. Marshall said, putting the ball in Andy's hands for the win. Hey, that's about as simple as it can get there, A. Marshall. That's a fact there. Austin, what you say? So more Mooney than Bryce against us. But I know we can keep. Yeah. Hey, listen. And that's the thing. If we keep Badgett in check, man, we keep this dude in check. We keep him off his spot. We keep pressuring his face. He's a gunslinger. Just go back and watch the New Orleans Saints game, watch the LA Chargers game, watch the Las Vegas game against the Bears. He's a gunslinger. Okay. I saw a ball that he threw. Who's their tight end? Hold on, I got it all written down right here. Their tight end, Cole Kmet. That dude caught a 50-50 ball in the end zone against New Orleans, man. That should have been a pick. That should have been a pick. I mean, go back and watch that New Orleans game. You guys will see what I'm talking about. Cole Kmet is a beast, man. We got to be aggressive. We got to knock their hands around. If it's a 50-50 ball, heck, let our 50 be greater than they 50. I mean, we got to, man. We just got to, man. So, but yeah, all right. So that's my thing with this. That's my thing with this game. If the Carolina Panthers can create pressure on him, get him off his spot, funnel everything back in the middle, we already know that we can handle the screen. Okay, they like to do a 2-back set. They send the 2-backs. So the 2-backs, they like to send the 2-backs right and left. Got DJ Moore to the right side of the field or the left side of the field, and they run that screen play. The running back that's on the left side, he runs out. He blocks either the tackle, or he blocks the linebacker to create that lane. All right. There's already a wide receiver right there on the left-hand side too. He goes out towards the sideline, and they create that type of, pull to that side, man. We have to make sure we stop that. That's going to show up in this game. That's going to show up in this game. All right. We got to make sure we're on top of it, man. That's all. We got to make sure we're on top of it. Create a lot of pressure on this offensive line, man. Break them down. Send some 5-6 man pressures ourselves, man. Yeah, send some 5-6 man pressures ourselves, man. It's gonna work. It's gonna get there. We got some young guns right now playing because all of our veterans are down right now. So send this pressure, man. Them boys can play. Get the ball back for Bryce. What did Big Smurf say? All eyes on Moore and Foreman. They're going to be. And that's what I'm saying. I believe that's what they're thinking too. That's why I believe that players like Mooney, Cole Kmet, of course, this game ain't no different from any other game, but it is different. This is the team that you traded with to get number one. This is a team that since the trade happened has said that they fleeced us. Okay. So it's a lot riding on this game as far as fandom. As far as fandom, it's a lot riding on this game, man. Badgett is a gunslinger. Heck yeah. He's a gunslinger, man. Yes, sir. That man don't mind throwing the ball 40, 50 yards down the field and letting his star players do what star players do. He ain't afraid of that, man. I think the solution that needs to be discussed is for young Bryce to take away hold on. I think a solution that needs to be discussed for young Bryce is taking away an on-the-field weapon, adding another offensive line. Yeah, I mean that's. I'm gonna say this. We saw these same players do pretty good with Andy Dalton, right? All right, offensive line looked pretty good in that Seattle Seahawks game. I don't know why they're not blocking for Bryce. I think the biggest thing for us right now is to, get some continuity on the offensive line. And before we start adding in tight ends or wide receivers, I think the offensive line needs to have a kumbaya moment. They need to build a wall. They need to be grown men. Mo needs to stop getting pushed around. I mean, Icky needs to stop getting pushed around. All these boys need to stop getting pushed around, man. There was no reason why we should have seen 5-6 Indianapolis Colts jerseys in the backfield multiple times in that last game, which ultimately was the reason why we got 2 picks, or Bryce got 2 picks, 3 picks, 2 pick sixes. He ain't got no time, man. But I agree with you, AJ. That's something that we have to make sure that we have. He got to have weapons on the field that are good weapons. You put Cole Kmet on this Carolina Panthers team, we're still trash. He don't got no time. Andy gets the ball out faster. He does. And we saw that. But for some reason, just y'all go back and watch that game, man, against the Seahawks. Man, Andy Dalton had time, man. And he wasn't rattled. I mean, he had what's old boy's name? I want to say it was Christensen, or one of them had a player right there, hands right in his face. Andy slid to the right, boom, threw it. You know what I mean? Does this bring up the Bryce Young is too short question? I don't know. I don't know. I I saw CJ Stroud out there doing his thing, man, with pressure in his face. Hey, that dude. When you look at CJ Stroud, I'm gonna come back to this game. When you watch CJ Stroud, his mechanics, his footwork. I mean, the dude is always and like he's always in the motion of getting ready to pass the ball. And in that game, I'm just looking at his footwork, and his footwork looked amazing. Is that because his O-line is holding for him better? He feels more comfortable. Does Bryce feel like he's always in duress? I mean, Bryce is always standing straight up. I saw CJ Stroud. I mean, his legs is like he's in that motion. If you ever coach football, whichever hand, you're throwing from right or left, that left foot is always like your pointer foot or whichever you're throwing. So if you're right, that means you're stepping with your left. You're stepping with your left, and you're going. All your power comes from your hip to that side to throw the ball, right? And I'm looking at him, and he's ready. I'm looking at Bryce. Bryce is like just standing straight, almost like he's in like I'm about to run position, man. I think the key here, man, is we just need better O-line help, man. Yeah, man. We just need better O-line help, man. That's the key here. And I thought we turned that. Well, let me back up. We did turn that leaf because last year we was a running team. We ran the ball effectively. We're not running the ball effectively right now, and that's a problem. That's a huge problem. We're not running the ball effectively. So, of course, now everybody is keying in on, the ball is going short. Carolina Panthers are afraid to throw deep when they got Bryce. You see, they respected Andy. But they're not respecting Bryce. That pass to Hayden Hurst, was only because the two defenders on the right hand side went for the under route. That's all that was, man. That's all that was. Oh, real quick, guys, I'm at the beach. Also, I'm on a trip. My first time out here. I'm at Atlantic Beach, North Carolina. Got a beach view and everything, man. It's pretty dope too. But anyway, I'm gonna be going live tonight for that game too, man. I'm gonna drop in with Unc a couple times, but I'm gonna go live on this platform, and we're streaming right now on YouTube and on Twitter. I'll be streaming on the Facebook page. Probably tonight once I figure out how to get the stream key and all that going. But yeah, man. I mean, things are looking pretty good over here, man. But real quick, looking at their defense, all right, for us on offense. Like I said, they play a lot of 5-man rush. They like to bring 5 men the majority of the time. If they can't get to you with a 4-man rush, they're going to bring 5. They're going to bring 6. Like I said, heck, they even brought 7 against New Orleans, and they got to them. So for that right there, we have to make sure. And of course, it was telegraphed too. Like I saw with my own eyes pre-snap that they was bringing 6 players. Okay, the 7th one came on a delayed blitz. He stayed back like he was in coverage. Then he ran in, and I believe it was him and another person that got the sack. The delayed blitz got the sack. Man, we don't need that. We don't need that today, man. We need our offense to be on point. So, I'll open it up for you guys. Maybe I want to drop in, and we can talk about it real quick. Drop the link right in the chat. Figure out to everything. I don't know how to do all that stuff, man. I'm just learning how to do the music today. Yeah, I just learned how to do the music today, man. If y'all want to come on up, and come talk, let's do it. With All Eyes on Formula, we saw that comment already. Badgers Gunslinger, yeah, we saw that. Okay, we up to date. Yeah, man. But according to some Bears fans, Carolina Panthers are gonna get dusted in this game. I don't see a dusting happening. I don't see that happening. I don't see us running up out of Chicago with our tails, tucked in. I don't see that. I think it's going to be a good game. Of course, everybody in the league has us either losing or tying this game. I saw a 13-13 tie. No wins for Carolina, just a 13-13 tie. I said, golly. Man, that's crazy, man. That's some wild stuff, man. Hey, you know what? Let's do this real quick. Let's look at this game real quick from the whatchamacallit. Let me see. Let's go to YouTube. Let's just take a look at this game real quick. Who's that? Bears versus. Let's go Bears versus New Orleans. Let's just look at that game real quick. Yeah, let's do that one. So let's share screen. Settings. Nope, don't want that. Present. Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, let's check this one out real quick so y'all can see what I'm saying.
And he cups it too. No movement when he hits the ground. Tucked up.
The play right here I was talking about, man.
On the throwback. This was an.
Come on, come back. Let's see. My Wi-Fi is acting real funny right now in this hotel.
A stiff arm on Lattimore, and Foreman picks up the first down. Chicago in the red zone, where they are tied for fourth this year in touchdown percentage. Bajan looking deep for Cole Kmet. Oh, what a catch! Kmet goes up to get it, and it's a touchdown for the Bears.
That's crazy.
On the throwback. This was an ill-advised throw.
Crazy.
Unbelievable.
That's crazy work, yo.
And he cups it too. No movement when he hits the ground, tucked up against his shoulder. Wow.
Let's see how the Saints respond. Derek Carr throwing on first down over the middle, and he's got Chris Olave for a first. And looking at a third down and 5. Carr with time, looking down the sideline, and it's incomplete. On second down, Bajan steps up in the pocket. He'll run it again. He's got the first down and more. Bajan slides down at the 34-yard line. After a loss of 5, Bajan to Evans. Some room down the sideline, and he picks up the first down. Bajan, plenty of time. Now fires, and it's picked off. Adebo on the interception. Paulson Adebo is brought down at the 46. His team leading third INT of the year.
I don't know why it's skipping like that, but yeah. I mean, that's the game right there, y'all. You know, that pass right there to Cole Kmet was absolutely ridiculous, man. And you know, we got to win those 50-50 balls, man. We just gonna have to. You know, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If we want to win this game, you know, we got to make those 50-50 plays, man. But, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, we're going to see how this game's going to go. But, you know, I'm excited, man. Of course, I'm going to go live later on during this game, man. And, you know, we're going to come live and talk about this game, man. Bears probably didn't practice. Yo, hey. Yo. Yo, so they went on like just a straight up just chill break until they played us, right? No practice at all. Yo, hey Marshall, you funny, yo. But hey man, this is your boy Demetrius, man, with the PPP, man, Panthers Prime Podcast, man. We gonna come back later on, man. But golly, I hope our boys come out and do their thing, man. Because we it'd be good for us to get a win, man, against Chicago. I'm gonna be honest with you. But y'all know what time it is. Let's go.